Hi, I'm Vijay Kalyancha from MBA 100, and here in this session, we are going to do two things. One, you will come to know about the answers of each and every quant question except for one about which we are not sure about the data. And then we shall have some magical methods of doing most of these questions because most of the people found this particular section of IIFT 202325 to be very difficult. So I felt like taking a special session on this. All right. You're already aware of this. There were four sections: quantitative analysis, RC and verbal ability, DI and logical reasoning, and general awareness, and all those standard things. Number of questions 110, total marks 330. Of course, this year the paper was more difficult than how it has been in the recent past. This is one question, one of the questions. All right. I'm sure you can recall this question. So, nothing new in this question. Okay. So, this is given here that this particular side is B. Since it's a square, so of course this also is B, isn't that? So AE will be what? B by 2, because this is given that E is the midpoint. All right. Ultimately, they want you to get the area of the shaded region. Okay. All right. Look at the options carefully. Look at this. This is pi B square by 16 into 34 plus 14. Now 34 plus 14 root 5 is certainly much more than 16. So 34 plus 14 root 5 divided by 16 is more than 1. Pi is close to 3.14. So this overall thing is greater than B square. If this overall thing is greater than B square, how can it be the answer? Because whatever shaded regions you have, the area of the entire square would be B square. Isn't that? The area of the entire square would be B square. So part of this square ABCD cannot have an area greater than B square. Similarly, if you look at this also, 36 plus 16 root 3. 36 plus 16 root 3 divided by 16 is certainly more than 1. Pi is already more than 1, or rather more than 3. So this overall thing is again greater than B square. So option D cannot be your answer. Option B cannot be your answer. Now we are left with options A and C. Okay, look, this is B by 2. So this side DE would be root 5 B by 2. Isn't that? DE would be what? It would be B square plus B square by 4. Okay, square root of that. So overall, it would be root 5 by 2 B. So root 5 has to be involved in the answer and not root 3. From where will you get root 3? Hence, C is your answer. It's as simple as that. We never needed to solve it. And I'm speaking about this, which is why it's taking time. In the examination hall with the options in front of you, it shouldn't take much time. Or that is what you have to believe. Okay, start believing in this, you will start getting answers. All right. So the answer is option C. And the option is almost shouting at you. Okay, don't be deaf to such shouts. All right. Now, question number 2. 4 consecutive terms of an AP are A minus D, or rather A minus D, A plus D, A plus 2D with integer entries. Okay. A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D are 4 consecutive terms of an AP. Oh, this is an AP. All right, got it. A minus D, A plus D. These are all consecutive terms. Fourth part of the common difference. Y is A plus D, A plus 2D, A plus 3D. Fourth part of the common difference. All right, okay. Then X plus Y is equal to. All right, okay. Let's see. How long does it take? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is an AP. All right, so can I take A as 0 and D equal to 1? Can I take this AP? Yeah, well, what stops me from taking this data? So this tells me that this X becomes 1 to the power 4 because A is 0. So this entire thing will go. And this will give me X equal to 1. Why? Because this D is 1. So 1 to the power 4, 1. Similarly, again A is 0. So this entire thing will go. Alright, so y will also be equal to 1. Y will also be equal to 1. So x plus y is equal to 2. So the correct option should give me 2. Now look, this is 0, this is 0, this is minus 1 square, this becomes 1. And here, this is 0, this is 0. So this entire thing is 1 and hence it cannot be my answer. Look at this, 2d square. This anyway would be 0. Anything that is multiplied by 0 is 0. So 2ad, a square, everything is 0, right? So this 2d square is 2. 2 square is 4. Alright. So it's already 4. This part cannot be a negative number because this is a whole square. So this is greater than 4. This is greater than equal to 4, should I say. And even if you take the complete value, 4 plus 1, 5. So this is 5. This also cannot be your answer. Can it be your answer? No, it cannot be. Wake up. Okay. Now this one. This is 0. This is 0. 3d. This is 3. 3 square. This part is 9. And this part, though we do not need to calculate, again a square plus d square whole square is going to be a positive number or a non-negative number, should I say. Alright, so 9 plus something non-negative certainly cannot be equal to 2. So options A, B and C cannot be my answer. So my answer is option D. It's over. It's over. Yes. Alright. Okay, now just for your satisfaction, let's try it out. This is 0. 1 square, this also is 0, 1 square. So this part is 1, 0, 0. This is also 1, this is 2. So of course your answer is D. So you could get the answer like this. You believe me? You better do. Answer D. Okay. 2 trains of equal lengths. I do not know when would they stop asking such questions. Alright. Okay. So ultimately what happens? That 2 trains of equal length are there, okay? The faster train passes the slower train completely in how many seconds? In 36 seconds. Alright? Okay, and both of them have the same length, let's say L. So ultimately the faster train travels in this process 2L, isn't that? And what is the relative speed of the faster train? 54 kmph minus 40 kmph, so 14 kmph. 14 kmph. 14 into 1000 divided by 36 meter per second. And how long does it take? 30 seconds. But hey, stop here. Do not even complete this calculation. Do you have 14? Yes. Do you have any 7 in the denominator? No. So your answer has got to be a multiple of 7. There is only one multiple of 7 here. This is your answer. This is your answer. Yes. No, I mean, you have hardly saved probably 20 seconds because even if you calculate this, look, this 110, it takes probably 5-10 seconds more, but then you need to keep your brain open for such things. That's all that I'm trying to say here. And we haven't put, MBA 100 hasn't invented these options. All these options were there in the paper. When they disclose the response sheet, which they would very soon, then you would realize this. Okay, these are all original questions as well as the options. Alright, so the answer is 70 meter. And here, one feedback for the IIFT, of course, beyond their pathetic interface, that one of the options should have been 140, because many of you, the moment you get 140, you look for 140 among the options. So please do not go for such traps. But anyway, here they kept it very simple for you. Alright, so of course the answer is 70 meter. Find the largest 5-digit number, which when divided by 4, 9 and 11 leaves the same but the largest remainder. Mind you, leaves the same but the largest. Okay? Otherwise, in a question like this, if a number is divided by 4, it can leave a maximum remainder of 3. When a number is divided by 9, it can leave a maximum remainder 8. And when a number is divided by 11, it can leave a maximum remainder of 10. But that is not the question here. The question says they leave the same but the largest. So of course that number would be 3. Isn't that? Many people will do it this way, that let's take the LCM of 11, 9 and 4. That comes out to be how much? 396. So 396 plus 396k plus 3. The number has to be of this form or whatever. Okay, and then they will divide 99999 by 396. Okay, and then they will do some manipulation and get the answer. But hey, wait. This number, whatever is the number, when it is divided by 9, it leaves a remainder 3. Okay, so the number, the answer has to be of the form 9k plus 3. Let's take the digit sum, 9, 9, 18, or 9s you do not need to take, 7, 8, 15 and 5, 20. This number is of the form 9k plus 2, so it cannot be your answer. What about this one? I do not need to add 9, 6 plus 5, 11. Again, this number is of the form 9k plus 2. Alright, so this is also gone. What about this number? Oh, this number is a multiple of 9. This number is a multiple of 9. It cannot be your answer. So this is the only choice that we are left with somehow. And again, MBA 100 hasn't invented these options that you would realize soon. So straight away, without any calculations, your answer had to be D. And this is how I also solved it in the examination hall, despite the chaos that was there at the center. Ironically, the name of the center is Janhit Center. Okay, it was very chaotic, very chaotic. Hope the NTA watches this video. All right. Answer is D, as I told you. Okay. Sahitya Shakti, Premchand, Munshi Premchand and all that. Okay. All right. Many people found the question to be difficult. Many people got into Venn diagrams and all that. Forget. How many members did you have initially? You had a total of 500 members. How many members were asked to go because of being followers of Shakespeare? All right. So 200. Take out 200. How many are you left with? 300. Then again, 100 more people left, and this time they left because they were avid readers of Tolstoy. Okay, so take 100. Now you're left with 200. Okay, now you're left with 200. Now, in 1923, society added only those ex-members who read both Shakespeare and Premchand but not Tolstoy. Alright, so these 200 people who had left because of being Shakespeare followers, they were called back. Okay, but not all 200. Only those people who used to follow only Premchand and Shakespeare, not Tolstoy. And how many came back? Because the number became how much? 350. So out of these 200, how many people came back? 150. So how many remained here? 50. It means these 50 people, they read Premchand, of course, because everyone read Premchand. They read Shakespeare because they were among those people who had to leave because of being Shakespeare followers. And this time they have not been recalled because they must be following Tolstoy as well. So the number of people who originally read all three must have been 50. 50. Yes, that is all that they want you to know. So this is your answer. This is your answer. What do you call it? Difficult. And hey, every time I come to a new question, you can pause your screen, read the question, try to do it, and then you can unpause it and watch my magic. All right? Okay. B, of course. Now this one, question number 6. A clock is set right at 7 o'clock on 12th January 2022 to 7 a.m. All right. It loses 18 minutes in every 24 hours. All right. And ultimately we have to get the time at 7 p.m. on 17th January 2022. Okay. So from 12th January 7 a.m., 17th January 7 p.m. But then this watch is not right. Okay, it's slow. Okay, so how many days? Let's assume that this is all right. So how many days? 5.5 days. Okay, so let's put 5.5 here. Okay, so if the time measured by this clock is 5.5 days, actual time must be more than 5.5 days, not less than it, right? And this watch loses 18 minutes every hour. Not every hour, sorry, every day. So if it loses 18 minutes every day in 5.5 days, it must have lost 5.5 into 18. That is 99 minutes. Okay. So in fact, The actual time is not 5.5 days. The actual time is more than 5.5 days. Okay. So this watch must have lost more than 99 minutes. Okay. But it has lost at least 99 minutes. Isn't that? So if you add 99 minutes to 7 p.m. and actually the answer has to be 7 p.m. plus 99 minutes plus something. There is only one such option. This cannot be your answer. This is hardly 80 minutes, right? This is of course out of question. So this is the only option that can be the answer because the time had to be 7 p.m. plus 99 minutes plus something. Why? Because in the actual 5.5 days also, in the actual 5.5 days, the watch will lose 99 minutes. So here the actual time, apparently it's 5.5 days. Actually, it's more than 5.5 days. All right. So even if it is just 5.5 days, how many minutes it has already lost? 99 minutes. Hence, this is the only possibility. 7 p.m. plus 99 minutes plus something more. All right. Gone. Of course, answer is D. Question number 7. Question number 7. Please pause the screen, read the question. Do not try to do it using some 5th century method. All right? Okay. Now, hope you have unpaused me now. Unpaused my video. Okay? So, 2 pipes can fill a tank in 12 hours and 18 hours. 12 hours and 18 hours. I'm sure all of you can get it very fast that the total time taken by them to fill the tank would be how much? Would be 7 hours and tell me 12 minutes. These two. But when they operate with a leak, they take 36 extra minutes to fill the tank. So how long do they take? They take 7 hours and 48 minutes. 7 hours and 48 minutes. Okay. But hey, tell me one thing. Without any leak, they would have taken 7 hours and 12 minutes. With this leak being on all the time, in these 7 hours and 48 minutes, they took 36 more minutes. So whatever water has been taken out by the leak in 7 hours and 48 minutes, that is 420 plus 48, 468 minutes, that can be undone by pipes A and B in how many minutes? 36 minutes. So what is the ratio of work done by them? 468 divided by 36. This will give you 1, 10, 30. All right. So if these two pipes put together take 7.2 hours in filling the tank, the leak will take 7.2 into 13 hours, okay, to take the water out, to empty the tank. This is 93.6. So that's all that you needed to get. I'll repeat, okay? Listen to me very carefully, very attentively. Without any leak, these two pipes would have taken 7 hours and 12 minutes. With the leak on, pipes A, B and leak, it has taken a total of 7 hours and 48 minutes. Alright, so whatever the leak has done in 7 hours and 48 minutes has been undone by pipes A and B in just 36 minutes, because otherwise they would have filled it in 7 hours 12 minutes. So they have taken 36 extra minutes to undo what the leak has done in 7 hours 48 minutes. 7 hours 48 minutes is 468 minutes. So the ratio of their efficiency is 468 divided by 36, that is 13. So time taken by the leak to empty the tank would be 7.2 into 13, that is 93.6 hours. Clear? Watch it again and again. This is very important. Of course, the answer is A. A. All right. Okay, let's move from here. Question number 8. Okay, lots of information. Please pause the video and try to do the question. Okay. Here also, many of you took a lot of time in doing this question in the examination hall. All right. So, because you think a bit too mathematically. All right. Since someone like me does not even know maths, so I do not use much of it. Okay. All right, look, this person invests at 6.5% and 7.5%. So whatever this person has invested at 6.5%, in 3 years he would be getting 19.5% on that. And whatever he has invested at 7.5%, he would be getting 22.5% on this. So his overall return has to be, a part is at 19.5%, a part, another part 22.5%. And these two things put together earns him 400 rupees. This is, don't you think this is very close to 1 by 5? This also is very close to 1 by 5. This is not very far. So the principal must be very close to 400 into 5. So no calculations, nothing. Luckily, there is only one option that is close to 2000, and that is 1890. So look no further. All this funda, that 1/5 and 1/4 and whatever, that was not even needed. And yes, of course, you're lucky here because of the type of options that you got. And again, MBA 100 did not invent these options. These options existed in the examination. Yeah, trust me. Okay, answer A. Yes, it was as simple as that. Okay, now question number 9. Please again pause me. Don't pause me, pause the video, right, and try to do the question. Many of you must have tried it in the examination hall. Okay, or those people who are preparing for the XAT or may have to take the IIFT in the future, this session is extremely important for them as well. Part A and Part B. Okay, so Part A, Part B. Part A contains blue balls. How many blue balls? 5 blue balls. And how many green balls? 10. And Part B, 7 blue balls. And how many green balls? 2 green balls. And then you have a die also. The plural of die is dice. Please keep that in mind. Here die, D-I-E, die, noun. Okay. So it can have 6 outcomes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If it gets any of 1, 2 and 3, the ball has to be taken randomly out of bag A. If it gets 4, 5, 6, the ball has to be taken out of bag B. Alright. And one more thing is given. That is the probability of an odd outcome is 2 times the probability of an even outcome. And the probability of all odd outcomes, or rather all odd outcomes, are equally probable. Similarly, all even outcomes are equally probable. Alright, but any odd outcome, chances of a probability of any odd outcome is twice as much as of even outcome. So let's say this probability of 2x, 1 is odd. For 2, that is x. For 3, that is again 2x. For 4, that is x. For 5, 2x. For 6, x. So what is the sum of all these 2x's and x's? 9x. So what is the probability of 1, 2 and 3? 2x plus x, 3x plus 2x, 5x divided by 9x. So 5 by 9 into, what is the probability when you draw a ball from bag A randomly? Probability of getting a green ball. 10 divided by 15, that is 2 by 3. So 10 divided by 27. Let me put it here, 10 by 27. Now, of course, if on the left hand side, the probability of these 3 outcomes was 5 by 9, here it has got to be 4 by 9. So 4 by 9 into 2 by 9. 8 by 81. I'm sure you can do this much, that sum of these two is 38 by 81. That's your answer. That is option A. Any doubt? Any doubt? Alright, so it was not a difficult question. It was tricky, of course. Agree. Okay, question number 10. Again, pause the video, try to do it. Okay, this also could have been done in a jiffy. Trust me. Look, this person scores in the ratio 10 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 on these 6 parameters. His average is 55%. And mind you, all these ratios are in an AP 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. And that is where you get lucky. The average of these numbers will be exactly in between 7 and 8. And this is 55%. This has to be 55%. 7.5 of this has to be equivalent to 55%. Isn't that? And here the criteria is 55% for these 3 papers. So it's certainly clearing these 3. Alright, now when it comes to these 3, for these 3 the criteria is 50%. Alright, now mind you, 7.5 is equivalent to 55%. So what is the distance between this line and this 7? Half. So half, that is 0.5. That is 1 by 15 of 7.5. It would be 55% divided by 15. 55% divided by 15 is 3.67. Isn't that? This is very simple. So 3.67 less than 55% will still be more than 50%. But this will be less than 50%. This will be less than 50%. So your answer is 4. This is how I believe you have to do it. This is your answer. Any doubt? In case of any doubt, please rewind the video again and again and yet again. Alright. Okay, answer C. See you on question number 11. Okay. Alright. Now here, first of all, let me put this O here. And please keep one thing in mind. That for this variable point O inside the rectangle, okay, it's a very simple construction. You should be able to prove it in 2 minutes, that by drawing these 4 lines, that OA square plus OC square is equal to OB square plus OD square. OA square plus OC square is OB square plus OD square. So now you all know the answer. Anyway, we have already shown you the answers initially only. So your answer is going to be 55 square plus 75 square minus 65 square. Okay. Square root of this. That is close to 66.5. That is it. Alright. Okay. Answer A. OA square plus OC square is equal to OB square plus OD square. You can easily prove it. Just drop a perpendicular here, on the opposite side as well, here, here. Use Pythagorean theorem. Alright. Okay. Question number 12. Age-old problem. Absolutely nothing new. A large solid iron sphere of diameter 10 meter is melted. And mind you, this is diameter and not radius. First thing first. So, radius is how much? 5. And recast, and mind you, they have given another trap. 2/5 of the melted sphere is recast into small spheres of diameter 2 meter. Again, diameter 2 meter, so radius 1 meter. So, let me say R1 is 1. So, straight away, if I melt this and try to get spheres of this size, okay, I would be getting 5 cube because 4 by 3 pi r cube. So, the dimension is of r cube. Okay, so how many smaller spheres can you get? Straight away 125. If you are aiming to get into a good business school, this much you should be able to do very fast. You do it this fast. You have to, you ought to. Okay, so you will get 125 balls, but then you have to take only 2/5 of that. So 2/5 of 125 would be how much? It would be 50. Alright. So what's the total surface area of this? But let me check first. What's the ratio of the total surface area of the small spheres? How many are there? 50. Surface area of one sphere is, small sphere is 4 pi into 1. And how many are there? 50. So that is 200 pi. Okay. And that of the bigger sphere, 4 pi into 25. That would be 100 pi, right? So your answer is 2:1. Okay? Answer B. Any doubt? This is a simple question. I'm sure you won't have any doubts here. Okay, question number 13. Now this question was innovative as well as tricky. Take my word for it. An n-digit number is a positive number with exactly n digits. Of course, we all know. 900 distinct n-digit numbers are to be formed using digits 2, 3, 4, 5 and 7 such that each n-digit number has some properties. Okay. Alright. First and the last digits are the same. First and the third digits are prime. So the third will also be a prime number then. First and last are the same. So if this is x, and first and third are prime. Okay, so this will also be prime. We'll come back to this. Okay. The second number should be greater than or equal to 4. What should be the minimum value of n such that the above is possible? Okay. And here the options are 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's start with 5. Put 5 here. How many numbers do you have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Out of these 5 numbers, 2, 3, 5 and 7 are prime numbers. Okay, so you have only one composite number, 4. Alright. So first and the last digits are the same and first and third digits are prime. So first also has to be prime and third also has to be prime. The third also has to be prime. And how many prime numbers are there? 4. So this can be filled in 4 ways. Once you have filled this, you do not have a choice for this place, mind you. Okay. And this place can also be filled in how many ways? Only 4 ways. Why 4 ways? Because there are only 4 prime numbers here. Okay. What about this place? Here they are saying that the second number should be greater than or equal to 4. So how many choices you have for this place? 3. 4, 5 and 7. So you have 3 choices for this place. And now what about this place? You can take any of the 5. So you have 5 choices for this. So what is the total number of numbers? 4 into 3, 12 into 4, 48 into 5, 240. So this cannot be your answer. But if you go for a 6-digit number, let me put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can be filled in 4 ways. This can still be filled in. This can still be filled in 3 ways, 4, 5, with 4, 5 and 7. This can still be filled in 4 ways, right? So whatever we have put here, we have to put the same number here. But now this can be filled in 5 ways and this also can be filled in 5 ways. So your answer would be how much? Or straight away we could get the 240 into 5 because there is one additional 5 is 1200. So now you have already made 900 distinct n-digit. They are not saying that you should be able to make exactly 900 distinct n-digit numbers. Okay, it only means that you should be able to make at least 900 distinct n-digit numbers. Alright, this is where the trick lied. I also got tricked in the examination hall. It did not strike immediately. Okay, but now, yes, you know that for n equal to 5, only 240 numbers can be created. But for n equal to 6, you can create 1200. So 900 numbers can certainly be created. Over. So this is your answer. If n equal to 7, the number of numbers will become 6000. But anyway, this is just for academic interest. All right, let's move to the next question. Answer B, of course. Everyone would have been or should have been able to do it. Okay. And for one simple reason, sides of a triangle are 21, 20 and 13. The given triangle is divided into 2 triangles by drawing a line perpendicular to the longest side from the opposite vertex. So let's put the longest side here. Longest side is of 21. Okay, the other sides are 13 and 20. Hey, the moment you see 13, 20, Don't you start thinking about 5, 12, 13, 12, 16, 20? Don't you? If you do not start thinking about these Pythagorean triplets on saying 13 and 20, your preparation is incomplete. You need to work harder. Alright? So let's put a perpendicular here. 13. So thinking about 5, 12 and 13. Okay, now you must be thinking that why did I put 5 here? Is that because I've done the question 100 times before taking this session? No, I'll tell you why. 5, 12 or 12, 5. Okay. 20, 12 and 16. We see 21 here. We know that 5, 12, 13 has to be involved, or in most of the cases would be involved. We know this also, that 12, 16 and 20 has to be involved. So 16 and 5 gives me 21 and this 12 becomes common. So this is 12, this is 5, this is 16. Alright, that is how I know. And now of course, of these two, this is the smaller triangle. And what is the area? 12 into 5, 60 divided by 2, 30 square meter. And they have given you 30 square centimeter as one of the options. This is a trap. This is a trap. How many of you got trapped? Tell me honestly. Please put the comment just below this video. Okay? How many of you get trapped by such very harmless looking numbers? You have to get 30% of this 30. So this is the answer. Okay? In the other session today, I was talking about operation successful and patient dead. So many people, they will solve it. The moment they get 30, they will run to market. And that is precisely why one of the options has been given as 30. And that is precisely why they do not want you to get the area of the smaller triangle. They want you to get 30% of the area of the smaller triangle. Okay? Please take care. Okay, the answer is C.